So I make posts pretty much exclusively within the vein of some sort of nuanced communication, dissecting a nuanced framework, an ideological framework, foundational elements of a particular perspective or interaction that I may have had. And I've noticed in doing so the proclivity for people to reflexively lean into a certain extreme. Yesterday, for example, I posted an example with which to educate my audience on how to utilize nuance to navigate and diffuse interpersonal tension. And in that case, it was an encounter I had at a restaurant wherein there was an unreasonable expectation that somebody held me to that I was then reprimanded for, despite having no overt environmental indication, not to do that, not to walk across a carpet in this case. It wasn't about my catharsis or frustration with the incident. It was merely to utilize that exchange as an example for how to navigate interpersonal tension so that on one hand, I reassured him and that I did not mean any disrespect. And at the same time, I took him to task over him attempting to reprimand me, explained to him, well, there's no way I could have known that, and that it was unreasonable expectation. But the comment section is just people either on my side or his side. It's not, my post wasn't about whose side. My post is about how to navigate interpersonal situations without degrading somebody else or being degraded. That there is more than just leaning into an extreme. And the irony is that my endeavor to clarify that begets extremes. I think in modern society, social media algorithms have conditioned this sort of precedent where everybody is always on the cusp of outrage, and that's basically the only way to network information. So people are hypersensitized for conflict and taking sides, which is not great. That means people are very vulnerable to manipulation from whatever media algorithm happens to be guiding their focus. And on the other hand, I think it just plays off of the natural proclivity to be intellectually lazy and take the shortest route, which is, where do my biases lead me?